So here's part 2 because my video stopped recording. So I am going to show you the rest that I did and didn't realize that it stopped recording me. So we just were on the ground and we were looking from side to side with that back opening up. Okay? Both sides. Then we're going to come into all fours and we're actually going to reach that arm across the body, and then what you're going to do is actually your arms are going to look like this. So we're going to push that shoulder out so that it can get good range. And what we're going to do is take that arm and look back behind you. Okay? So you're going to be here, look back behind you, and hold it if you need to. Okay? And then what we're going to do is then come up to all fours. And I like to be nice and wide and spread out. We're going to go into a froggy stretch. Okay, this is really great for getting that hip movement open. So then we're going to come up to all fours and then go to more of an open position with the rest of the leg. And what we're going to do is then, if this is too wide, that's totally fine. Come up to a position that you feel good. Okay, and what you're going to do is just kind of stand into that and go from here. And now make sure you're opening up and get that hip. You can then do side and really get that nice deep stretch into that groin. Okay? So using something onto the edge of a bed if you need to, because what we want to do is actually work into that deep squat position. Okay? So going into that feeling, and you're going to feel your feet and kind of roll around. If this is too hip, find where it works for you. Okay? So we're going to work into that. You can also hold on to a door frame or something if you need to get that squat and that deep position. Really, if you're having trouble with those glutes, that's where we want to work on focusing in that and getting those nice and opened up. And feel like I kind of lost my groove a little bit, and it was fantastic what I had recorded. So it's okay, guys. It's not always going to be perfect. You have a ton of different movements that you can do to open everything up. So I want you guys to own it and get what you can. Again, postural alignment comes from a nice shoulder roll back. So you can just start with that, feeling that everything is stacked. Focusing on being able to open and close. Maybe you're someone that actually hunches, or maybe you're somebody that kind of just holds their little tush out all the time. Okay, guys? So that is relaxing too much of the anterior chain. This is working too much of the posterior chain. So we're having that nice and tall, and remember, it's always like, I always imagine if someone's pulling a string at the base of that crown, and we're coming up, and again, when you're done, you're just gonna reach in and kind of close up everything. Get those deep breaths going, and get some fantastic movements. I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and if there's anything else, there are a ton more flexible or movements and stretching. There's a ton more things you can do for mobility, but checking from head to toe is a fantastic thing to do. So once we've also come up, downward dog is one of my favorites, or a pike position. You're gonna come back, so we need to work the calves too. So you're coming down, and I'm gonna just kind of honestly almost bicycle those heels down, and that's what I'm focusing on doing, is actually pushing that heel to the floor and really getting in that movement of warming up all the way. And I'm actually doing the movements it's kind of called a crescent moon. And what you're doing is you're actually just turning those hips and from side to side to open up that entire spine. So if you're having neck pain, it's more than likely it's all driving from the entire spine, being felt collapsed and feeling that. If you're sitting all day, you're driving all day, or anything, you want to make sure that you're really taking the time to reverse that movement. Okay? So a lot of times just coming back and just driving that hip forward and driving that foot. Again, we're pushing that heel down to the ground, and I'm pushing the hips forward to get that nice deep stretch because the hips have been closed all day. So those are things you want to think about when it comes to postural alignment. So a great one is to do, again, remind you guys, anchor those feet when you're spreading them out. And anchoring putting the feet on the down and actually close them up. So your foot here, you're spreading out, and then we're trying to like crunch them in together and lift that arch up. Okay, so we're anchoring those feet in. Lean forward a little bit, and you lean back. Even in those positions, your body has to get into a good postural alignment. So you want to stand like that, and all you got to rock back is too. So keeping that head forward, chin back, all the way, kind of like that skier to mountain. Okay, it's a fantastic little thing to turn all the way onto the toes. So God bless, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this. It's a fantastic routine. Do part 2 of the small close off of that first long video. You guys can do it with me. We can do it together. I'm working on how to develop a better video system all in time, so have patience with me. If you have questions, pains, health, lifestyle, whatever, come at me, guys. But you only get better by asking, okay? And learning every single day. So God bless, guys, and let's move together so we can live to be awesome, amazing through our oldest 95-year-olds. All right? So God bless, guys, and thank you for joining me.